We're back at the Techn010gix table with a review of the Google Nexus 5. This review will be conducted in 3 parts as usual. The build of the phone, its hardware, and the software. Let's start off with the build. This phone is a plastic phone with glossy sides and a soft touch backplate. This soft touch backplate provides a great grip on the phone, and it also has the Nexus logo imprinted on the back. There are Here, let me show you, if the camera will focus. There is a ceramic, not metal, volume rocker on one side of the phone, and on the other edge is also a ceramic power button right there. And right underneath that ceramic power button is the micro SIM slot. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right underneath the power button. And these power buttons are really nice because they have sharp edges, and really it's easy to find with your fingers compared to other phones that kind of have a soft touch, low profile buttons. These buttons give a nice click when you press them. To me it just feels good. The glossy sides are wraparound to the front and seamlessly interface with the screen. And so on top you have the standard 3.5mm audio jack right there where my index finger is, and on the bottom you have, it's difficult to see because it kind of blends in with the glossy edges of the phone, but you have 2 speaker grills as you would think, but one of them is a mic and the other is a speaker. That doesn't affect sound quality or anything. It's still very loud and rich sound. And right in between them, where my index finger is the micro USB port, standard on all Android phones. Yeah, you can see them now. Those are the speaker and mic ports right there. This phone is much more sturdy than it may appear due to its plastic build. A lot of people will think that it's weak, but it is not. I have dropped this phone multiple times from pocket height onto hardwood floor, and this phone does not have a single scuff anywhere. I mean, I'm very impressed. I think that this is the best phone out there with a plastic build. Adding to its sturdiness and toughness is this Corning Gorilla Glass 3 screen that every Nexus 5 has, which is marketed by Corning not possible to scratch, but I'd still be safe and get a screen protector on it. And as you can see, I have a screen protector on mine. I didn't apply it too great, and there's an air bubble right there. Kind of a bummer. But yeah, the build of this phone is great. I love it. Now, it's hardware time. This phone packs a Snapdragon 800 2.7 GHz CPU and Adreno 420 graphics GPU. It supports Bluetooth 4.0 and it operates on LTE, CDMA, GSM, and WCDMA bands. So it will essentially work on almost all carriers, most anywhere in the world. The screen is a 1080 by 1920 full HD screen. It's 5 inches or 4.95 inches if you want to be extremely technical, with approximately a 445 ppi pixel density, which is one of the highest out there. It's a very sharp display. I can't show you on camera, so I obviously won't even try because that's just not possible. But the display is very sharp, it's impressive, color saturation is great, and so the rear facing 8 megapixel camera featuring optical image stabilization, which means it'll automatically eliminate shaking, and also the optical images stabilization, or OIS, is also the reason for the slight protrusion of the camera on the back. It kind of pokes out of the back of the phone. And right underneath the camera is the LED flash, and on the front right here you have the front-facing 1.3 megapixel camera. This phone is also very cool because it features wireless charging built in. so you can get your hands on a wireless charger for a pretty reasonable price. So yeah, that's the hardware. Last but not least, we're on to the software of the phone. What's great about the Google Nexus 5 in terms of software is that you never have to wait for carriers to roll out the latest version of Android, as this phone is unlocked right out of the box. Another great thing is that since this phone is unlocked and from Google, there is no carrier bloatware or Android skins such as HTC Sense or Samsung TouchWiz, which some people may not like. What this essentially means is that owners of the Nexus 5 will get the latest version of Android right when it rolls out from Google, no strings attached. That is a great feature, one of my favorite things about Google phones, the Nexus 4, the Nexus 5, any Google device, even the tablets. All of them get the latest version of Android right when they roll out. Finally, you might be wondering, should I buy this device or not? And my answer is a resounding yes. I definitely think that this phone is completely worth it. In my opinion, it's the best phone out there with a plastic build. It packs some of the most high-end hardware and also has access to immediate updates to the most high-end software. Also, the pricing is great, seeing that the 32GB model is only $399 unlocked, compared to other phones which can run up to $600 unlocked. This phone is definitely a great investment, and I think that everyone who's in the market for a new Android phone should get their hands on one as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this Nexus 5 review. Please leave your feedback in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to the Techn010gix channel.